Saturday morning. No alarm, no plans. No one expecting anything from you. Just your space, exactly the way you like it. And somewhere out there, your phone is buzzing. People making plans, loud plans, crowded places. You look at it, and you feel nothing. No FOMO, no guilt. Just this quiet thought. I'm exactly where I want to be. And you've probably wondered, why am I like this? Because to most people, staying home feels like missing out. But psychology says something very different. For years, people have been telling you a story. That you're avoiding life. That you're being lazy. That one day you'll regret all the nights you stayed in. But what if that's completely wrong? What if staying home is actually where you function best? There's a reason for that. Psychologist Elaine Aron found that around 15 to 20% of people have something called a highly sensitive nervous system, which means your brain processes everything more deeply, more noise, more emotions, more details. So when you go out into loud, crowded environments, you're not just tired, you're overwhelmed. And when you come back home, that's not you escaping life. That's your brain finally breathing again. But it goes deeper than that. Another psychologist, Csikszentmihalyi, studied something called flow. That state where you're so focused, you lose track of time. And guess where flow happens the most? Not in crowds, not in parties, but in quiet, controlled environments. In other words, at home. The people who enjoy staying home are often the same people who experience the deepest kind of focus and fulfillment. But here's something important. Not everyone stays home for the same reason. For some people, home is peace. For others, it's fear. Psychologist Aaron Beck explained how the brain can turn comfort into avoidance. If the outside world feels overwhelming, the brain slowly convinces you that staying inside is the only safe option. So ask yourself honestly, do you stay home because you love it? Or because you're afraid not to? Because those are two very different lives. But for most of you, it really is a choice. And research shows something interesting. People who spend intentional time alone are more creative, more emotionally stable, and they understand themselves better. While others are constantly distracted, you've learned how to sit with yourself. And that's rare. So maybe staying home isn't antisocial. Maybe it's self-awareness. Maybe you're not missing out on life. Maybe you've just found a version of it that actually works for you. If this felt a little too accurate, comment your perfect day at home. And if you've ever felt drained after being around people, there's a real neurological reason for that, and you'll want to hear it. Subscribe, because you're about to understand yourself in a way most people never do.